Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another review. Okay, another review. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun. And all that goodness, okay? All that goodness. My lipstick is all messed up. I've had it on all day. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I don't feel like taking it off and reapplying it. So you get what you get. But this new Fenty Beauty um, underdog color is amazing. I pray they make this in the regular size stunner lip paint, because they had this color only in the mini. I want it in the full bottle. Okay, the full bottle. Anyway, do not forget to also like this video, to comment in the comment section below, to hit that share button and share it on your social media. You just hit share. You hit share. It gives you a choice to share it to Twitter, to Facebook, or whatever. And that's it. And just hit share. And then all of your people can see me. Okay? You can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. I'm pretty sure it's on the screen somewhere. And as always, if you want to know when I have videos up, okay, hit that notification bell. Okay? It lets you know. Let's get started. So, Ready to Love. I didn't watch season 1. I'm pretty, entertained by season 2. This is only episode 2, but we shall see. Now, I have tons of pictures because, I want y'all to know who the people are now, so later on I can stop putting pictures in. So let's get started on all the foolishness of it all. So we see all the couples. There's I think 10 people left. So no, not 10, it's 18. It's 18. It's 9 and 9. 9 and 9. 9 men, 9 women. It started off with 20 the first episode. They got rid of 2. Okay, so now we got down to 18. So, Tommy tells them, Tommy tells them how, I'm saying, y'all need to start getting to know each other. So, what we're going to do? You have to start asking each other out on dates. Yep, the dating has begun or whatever. Start, finding out secrets or whatever. Start exposing some scars. Just start getting to know the other person. Start flipping them rocks over, finding what's down below the rocks or whatnot. And just talk, communicate, and find out what's going on. And so we then see everyone mixing and mingling. Okay, now let me be sure that we have all these pictures right. So first up, okay, so we see Mario and Tandy having a conversation. Now Tandy was on that show. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the name. It was on Bravo. But again, she was dating Genuine, but now she's on here. And then this is Mario. Mario to me looks like a cross between, he does, Kevin Hart and Morris Chestnut. So they talking or whatever. Now he brings up how at first she did not catch his eye, but something about now caught his eye. He wants to talk to her. So they sit talk or whatever, he says how he's a tax accountant or whatever, and even though half the year is not tax season, he's still always busy working because he's a go-getter or whatever. And Tandy, I like a go-getter. Us Detroit women, we like go-getters. And we do. We can't stand men who ain't doing nothing, okay? Look, do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. That is something that us women here in Detroit like. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Tandy brings up how she's much of a tomboy, okay? And people don't know that about her, and that she also likes to box. I say, well, okay, Tandy. So they vibe and everything. It's real cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he like it, I like it too. So, we then see Reva and, who was it? Reva and Old Man Kerry. Now, I call him Old Man Kerry because he just happens to be the older gentleman in the house. You know what I'm saying? I think he's 51. Now, that's not old. I'm not saying his age is old. I think old, in my opinion, is in your 80s and 90s. Okay, my grandfather died at 94. That's old. 51 is not old, but I'm calling him Old Man Kerry because, again, he's the oldest one in the house. So, Old Man Kerry likes Reva, and I don't like Reva's weave. I call her Bad Weave Reva, mainly because her lace front has a beard. I hate lace fronts where it's like a little shadow of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. It's just weird. And on all her wigs on the episode, this is her profile photo from the website. But then on the show, I don't like the lace front of it all. Anyway, she tells him how what makes her feel good is church. Amen. Okay. The shooting rang, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? Protect myself, and also getting a nut when she touches herself. And I was like, you know, look, there are many different Look, I am a 37-year-old woman, and when I go on dates, we do have all kind of conversations. I don't think on the first date conversation I've ever brought that up. That usually it's like date 3 or 4 or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, okay. And as he said, she seems to be a person who's pretty open with expressing herself, and he likes it. And I think in the the next episode, we're gonna find out why. It's some kind of scandal of it all between him and Reva. Now, next up, we see Alexis, okay? And Alexis is having a conversation with London, okay? And now her and London also liked each other on the first episode. A lot of people like Alexis. People say they think she looks like a younger Tony, not younger, but a Tony Braxton when she was younger. Eh, maybe if Tamar looked more like Tony when she was younger, yes. Anyway, and a lot of the guys like Alexis as well. Okay, so as Alexis and London are having a conversation, here comes Penis Head Mike. Okay, Mike reminds me of a penis. I don't care what anybody says. All oiled up and everything, okay, ready to go. So, that's what he reminds me of. And I'm like, man, what you doing? And Penis Head Mike, I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Just to have a conversation with Lex. I'm going, can you excuse us? And London said, all right, man, all right. You know what I'm saying? He gets up and leaves. Because again, they're all supposed to be having conversations and getting to know each other a little bit more. So, Alexis and Penis Head Mike has a conversation or whatever. And for the most part, he's talking. And she like, you know what? I don't really have a feeling. Like he's giving me a weird feeling. And I don't think I like it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She brings up how he said first the reason he came up and walked up or whatever is because he don't see anybody else as competition, and so he like, I'm just here doing my thing. Whatever, I'm not worried about who else doing what. I'm like, all right, if you say so. But again, Alexis feels. She said, I feel like I don't really. He doesn't do it for me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling the conversation. So, I mean, she sat there and talked to him or whatever, but she just said it was something about him that she just did not get a good vibe. I said, well, he got that vibe. Oh, you know, can't sing that. That's that man's song. Anyway, we then see Nina. Okay, now Nina, who we know was almost eliminated last week, okay? And then she kept saying she thinks it's because she's not putting herself out there enough. So she wants to put herself out there a little bit or whatever. And because she wasn't getting attention on day 1, this is now day 2. And so she wants to change things up and get noticed or whatever. So she starts talking to gray-haired Brent. And I give people nicknames, yes. Gray-haired Brent, and now you see why, because he has what? Gray hair. But Brent is young. Brent is like in his 30s still. When was he 40? I don't remember. But the point is, he's not, you know what I'm saying, 60. You know what I'm saying? He said he grade early. My family grades early as well. As y'all know, my mom is only 55, and she has a head full of gray hair. And probably by the time I'm 40, if I don't dye my hair, I will probably have a head full of gray hair as well. And it's fine. We get gray early in my family. But you know what I'm saying? I still call him gray-haired Brent. So, her and gray-haired Brent is having a whole conversation or whatever. And then he like, so what's, what about, he's asking her about herself. And she brings up how, she's a single mom. She has a son, but she does not have any contact with the son's father. And I said, I felt 2 things about that. I felt, one, she could have left out the whole part about how she doesn't have communication with the dad of her son, but also sometimes you do have to bring that up because the person still wants to know, okay, how was the relationship with that person? So I felt like she was more forthcoming with it, but I think she's still hurt from that situation, and I don't think she needs to be here. I think she needs some time to heal, and she ain't all the way healed yet. But again, he then said, well, how does it make you feel that, you and him don't talk? And she's like, oh, do we have to talk about that? And he like, well, we are supposed to be getting to know each other. And she then says, well, it makes me feel hurt. And then she starts crying. I'm like, oh, God. Girl, please don't cry. There's no crying in baseball. If you don't know what movie that's from, you're too young to be watching my channel. Anyway, so she and not like loud, embarrassing, everybody can hear her crying, but like if you sitting right there, you can hear her. So she was the tears is coming down or whatever, and she brings up that she feels hurt mainly because like we planned to have a child. Like this is a whole planned thing, and I just and then he just up and left. He just up and left us, and he doesn't help and everything. You know what I'm saying? She's like, so now it just makes me wonder, how did I allow this to happen to not only me, but to happen to my son? And I'm like, again, she's hurt based on her situation. Now, I don't recall her saying how old the child is. So I don't know if he's 2, or if he's 13, or if he's 16. I don't know how old he is. But again, she says she's hurt because they had this plan, and then he just up and left her, to do whatever else. And, gray hair Brent brings up, well, I get it, you know what I'm saying, because I was raised by a single mom or whatever, and so I know how hard it is and how that pain can hit you and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So I feel, I can feel for her, and I appreciate her being a strong black woman. And he tells her that. And I'm like, well, that's cute or whatever. So we then see, so that conversation, goes whatever. Nothing else happens from that. So we then see, who was it? Okay, so gray hair Brent, okay, is then talking to Angie, okay? And this, girl, stop moving the wrong damn thing. Y'all know I'll be trying to do this the right way. And I may cut it out, I may not, I don't know yet. Anyway. So yeah, gray hair Brent was talking to Angie, and you know what I'm saying, they chit chatting or whatever. But then as gray hair Brent is talking to Angie, you know what I'm saying, Aisha walks up. Aisha, you are the girl that I never had, and I want to get to know you better. Anyway, Aisha walks up. Aisha likes gray hair Brent, okay? And as Angie, who was up top, is talking to gray hair Brent, Aisha, who's on the bottom, is like him saying, hey y'all, what's up? What y'all doing? And she kind of comes and sit down, because again, no one is on like one-on-one dates. They're having a big mixer, and everyone is talking to everyone, okay? But Aisha, like him saying, I've liked him since day one or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, I just want to kind of, you know what I'm saying, get on up in here. And so Angie, who's up top, is like, oh, this is kind of, that's why I don't like group settings, because again, people are always coming in, interrupting things, whatever. I don't like that. Aisha, like, so Brenton, have you asked anyone on a date yet? And he was like, well, no, not yet. She's like, okay, well, I want to ask you on a date. And he was like, oh, well, okay. And so Angie up top, oh, well, I'll let y'all, I'll let y'all do that or whatever. And she walks away. And again, she brings about, again, people are always interrupting situations or whatever. She says how she says, I like being pursued by a man, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to force anything. That's why you're single. I'm saying, and it's weird that she feels that way, because you came on a show that's about a group of people mixing and mingling. You're going to be in a group situation. You're going to be vying for whoever's attention. So if you don't like group situations, if you don't like, not, I won't say chasing the man, you know what I'm saying, but pursuing the person who you see interest in, you shouldn't be on here, because again, I don't know if she thought all the men here gonna only want me. That ain't how it go, honey. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Now Aisha, on the other hand, because Angie then walked away. Okay, so Angie left, but Aisha said, you know what I'm saying, I want what I want, and I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And if the other ladies are gonna sit around here and snooze and not, you know what I'm saying, ask what they want, they're gonna lose. And I said, well, okay, girl, get it together. But again, she asked him out. He said yeah, so I guess it's cool. So we then see Kimber. Okay, so Kimber has a group date the following day. She sets up a whole group date. Now, she invites, let's see, Alexis. She invites, did I get Angie on here? Well, she invites Angie, but I took Angie's picture off. Where's she at? Was it Angie? I think so. We'll put Angie back up. Okay. She also invites Angie. I had to find it. She invites, I got all these pictures up here. With Jimmy, and then Terrell. Okay, so this is all the people it said Brent, but who the hell is Brent? Oh, I don't know. It's Alexis, Angie, Brent, Terrell, and Jimmy. Am I forgetting somebody? Oh, Brent. Gray hair Brent. Y'all know who gray hair Brent is. It's fine. So, this is who she invites to her little outing or whatever. Now, Angie says how she thinks she can get with Terrell. Okay, Terrell is the dude right here. No, right here in the bow tie. Okay. So Angie is thinking about Terrell. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then we see how Alexis get there because Alexis was late. Alexis is up in the top corner with the old Tony Braxton face. And now when she gets there, Jimmy is happy because you wanna know why? Jimmy likes Alexis, okay? But even though Kimber up here in the corner, she likes Jimmy, okay? It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So they at the table, talking or whatever, Terrell and Alexis while she was late. Now, I don't think Angie said much or nothing, so I'm going to remove her because I don't recall her talking too much. And if so, I just felt like you know what she looks like. Anyway, so again, Terrell in the bow tie in the blue, as Alexis, who was up top with the old Tony Braxton face. Why was she late? Well, I was just handling some business or whatever. Terrell then said, "You sure you wasn't out there, trying to hide that heart that Jimmy got you?" So Jimmy, on day one, gave Alexis a little heart and said because he likes her and that he wants to give her his horse. Now, supposedly no one knew. So now Alexis wondered, well, how did he know if nobody knew? Like, is Jimmy out here talking? Like, that's kind of crazy. And then, Kimber up in the corner, she's like, well, he didn't get a heart. Why did he give me a heart? I guess he out here, saying, hearting everybody but me. I mean, girl, it's only day 2. Calm down. So they're all kind of mixing and mingling and kind of getting, feathers are getting ruffled or whatever. Jimmy brings up, well, it was a token, this, saying, of the vibe I was feeling from her or whatever. But, I can get it back. Girl, you don't want to give it back or whatever. And, so they kind of laughing about it or whatnot. But I'm like, it's only day 2. How can anybody be upset that somebody likes somebody else? Now, the thing about it is, Jimmy likes both Alexis and Kimber. Those are his top 2 picks. But now Alexis, old Tony Braxton face, is wondering if Jimmy is just out here using people. I'm like, girl, I don't think so because it's just day 2. Again, he don't even really know you yet. And I'm like, girl, it was seeing too much. So that was a group date. So then we see Michael and Devin. Okay, now Michael and Divine. Okay, her name was Divine. I don't know why I keep saying Devin. Michael and Divine go on a little date. Okay, now this is penis head Mike. So I still do not like how Divine walks. Divine walks are intentional and not natural. Meaning I feel like when Divine is at home, she walks to her mirrors to see how she looks when she walks, so that when she's walking on the street, she knows how her body is supposed to move. Her walk doesn't seem natural. It seems like she wants to make it seem like she walks with a sway, but to me it looks like she's having to force herself to walk that way. It ain't her natural walk. I'm like, girl, that's not how you walk and get your mail. Anyway, so, he brings up on their date how he had been trying to get her attention. And she says, really? Because I walked up to you on day 1 and, introduced myself, whatever. And you kind of like, whatever, me away. And they showed a clip of it. And they do like meet. And she said, oh, hi, I'm Divine. He said, oh, hi, I'm Michael, whatever. And then he kind of like just takes her hand and kind of like, okay, you can go now. And she's like, oh, okay. It wasn't rude, but it didn't look like he was trying to get her attention because she stood there for a good second or two to see if he would talk to her. But he kind of said, oh, hey, it wasn't rude, but it also was, you can't sit up here and say you wanted my attention and you could have gotten it and you didn't want it and you kind of let me walk away. And I sauntered there for a second or two waiting and you kind of just turned your head and was, looking for what was next or whatever. And we'll see why in a second. So, oh, I didn't know that or whatever, but I felt like when I first met you that you would be bougie. And so I just kind of would think about it. So which one was it? Were you trying to get her attention or did you not care about her attention because you felt she was bougie? Now, I don't feel she bougie at all. I feel like she has an image in her head and she knows how she wants people to view her. But I don't see her as bougie. I just don't like her walk. Okay. Anyway, but I do think she can see past people's bullshit because she quickly seen past his. Okay. So, she like, but I hate when people, think that about me based on how I look because I'm pretty. People assume I'm bougie, and that's not true. So then he's like, okay, what's cool? So they chit chat a little bit. He then is looking at her like she's a snack. Okay, he then says, you know what I'm saying, you cute, you know what I'm saying, you real cute or whatever. And then he brings up how I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people have to be sexually attracted to one another in order for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have to be attracted to that person. I agree. And I disagree. I do think there has to be some kind of attraction, be it a sexual attraction, a vibe of an attraction, he funny attraction. There's some kind of attraction. It does not always need to be sexual or whatever. He also then tells her after saying that how he looks at her like a piece of meat and says, "You look real good in a bikini, in a swimsuit." And she was like, "You want to see me in a bikini?" And this was her face, like. You know what I'm saying? I say, And at that moment, she read through his bullshit. And she's like, you know what? I don't think he's here looking for love at all. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about, things that are not love and relationship. And I said, it's not. And again, penis head Mike is here trying to be what? Trying to be a penis. Okay. Anyway, and she says it looks like he's here trying to choose people based on the looks, how they look. Or how they look with their clothes on, versus a real connection between the persons. And she's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I said, girl, me either. So Mike and Divine, he don't realize he's a piece of shit, but she does. We then see Mario and Angie on a date. I hope I got the right ones up. Mario and Angie go on a date, okay? And, it was a cute little thing or whatnot. So they was sitting there or whatever. And, he brings up how on day one, she seemed real standoffish or whatever. But he wants to get to know her better because, it's just day one. So they start talking or whatever. And, he asks her if she's been married. She says no. She says, have you been married? He says, yes, I was married. I was divorced. I was married for 6 or 7 years. I'm saying we got divorced or whatnot. But he said, even though I'm divorced, I would still like to get married again. Oh, so you believe in the institution of marriage? He said, yeah, I'm not against it or whatever. Oh, so she said, well, I'm open to the institution of marriage. He's like, why you keep calling it, the institution as if it's like a prison? He was like laughing. She's like, oh, well, because I'm saying I'm not religious. I'm not religious at all. And he was like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm not religious at okay, point blank, period. And he was like, so like you don't believe in God? And she was like, let's just leave it at I'm not religious at all. So basically she don't believe in Jesus. And I was like, girl, okay. Anyway, and his face was like, okay, what was it doing that? I don't know. And it was awkward from that point going forward. So, like, the food came, and he said, he prayed over the food as you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? And when he said amen, when she didn't say it back, I said, oh yeah, she don't believe in God. When she did not say amen after the prayer, I said, oh yeah, she does not believe in Jesus, okay? That's what she means by she is not. I said, oh, okay. But, girl, sometimes it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you smile, you smile, you smile, you smile. Okay, y'all know songs pop people head. Anyway, so they talk a little bit during dinner, whatever. He does bring up how, feel like you're holding something back. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really being open. And she then, how cars is cold in the winter, whatever, they have to, get warmed up. He said, yeah, that's hard. And, sometimes it takes time to warm a car. I'm like, warm a car? Girl, you don't have that much time. I said, okay. If you like it, I love it, and that's why you single. And because she not open. She really, 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 really isn't. Okay. Now we then see Ashima. Now Ashima also has a group date, and let's hope I got these people right. So Ashima had Mario. She had Tandy, and then she also had Nina, and then lastly she had old man Kerry, okay? And they sitting around or whatever. So they kind of start asking each other, like, who does each other like or whatever. So Mario brings up how he likes Tandy. Tandy said, she's also liking him as well. Now, Ashima said she's feeling Darren, who's not on the screen or whatever. And old man Kerry, then since how Darren likes you too. You know what I'm saying? We was all talking or whatever, and he do like you, like he's really feeling you. Now, old man Kerry says he likes Reva. Bad weave Reva, who I don't like because her lace front or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now Nina don't say who she likes because mainly Nina likes Mario. But she don't want to say that because Mario said he likes Tandy and Tandy likes him. So she just don't say anything, but we see the clip of her saying the day before that she's feeling Mario or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, girl. So Tandy then brings up how old man Kerry is a dry snitch. You know, you a dry snitch because why would you snitch on Darren? And for some reason, her saying that pissed off Nina. Don't know why. Don't know why. And at this point in time, Nina and Tandy then arguing, and Nina say, I'm from St. Louis. We don't play that. You know what I'm saying? You don't call no black person no snitch. I said, oh, she's a gangster. Okay. Anyway, so, you know, because she then said, because we are the murder capital. And Mike said, whoa, when do I gotta die now? Let's calm, this is calm down. And so Tiny then said, you know, well, hit dog or holler. Tiny then starts barking. I said, what is wrong with y'all? And y'all, they were on like a little bike. You know, the bike cruise where you ride a bike. You paddle yourself and you be drinking or whatever. They own that. And I'm like, what is going on? So at this point in time, they both kind of yelling and fussing at each other, whatever. So they had to pull it back over. Mike then, not Mike. Is it Mike? Yeah. Mike then has Tandy come and sit next to him because she was on the side with Nina. Okay. And, you know, he like, you know, come talk to me, whatever. Like, just calm down. You know, you need to just focus on me and you. Well, I am, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just get, he like, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I like how you handle yourself, whatever. He brings up how she acted mature, unlike Nina. I said, fool, Tandy started barking. Okay? And Tandy's from Detroit, my home, where I live now. Tandy started barking. That is not mature. Mature would have been is not even engaging in the bullshit ass argument because it was a dumb argument. One, Tandy, what old man Kerry did wasn't snitching. Okay, you would want someone to tell you if someone was feeling you. So how is it snitching? It wasn't a secret. Okay, it ain't a. It's not a secret that you know what I'm saying the dude that Ashima like him to. We all know that they both said it. But at the same time, I don't know why Nina, you know, short-haired Nina, was offended as if she was saying he was ditching to the police. I'm like, they both, to me, acted a fool. But I'm like, but for Mike to say that Tandy acted more mature than Nina was bullshit. Because Tandy started barking when she said a hit dog will holler, arf, arf. I said, what the fuck is, girl? I said, okay. Anyway, you know, he then said, like, next time, this needs to be just like a one-on-one date between me and you. And then, you're right. You are absolutely right. And then they kiss. Not a deep kiss, but a kiss on the lips, like a little peck on the lips or whatever. It is the first kiss of the season, okay? No one else's kiss that we've seen except these two. I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ. So we then see them at the little mixer or whatever. And so Nina's sitting by herself. Well, one, we see Ashima and Darren, or Darren, whatever his name is, vibing. Okay, they definitely like each other. Cool. But we see Nina sitting by herself because she is so frustrated about the argument that her and Tiny had or whatever. So old man Kerry mentions the argument to Chica. So Chica then says he's going to fix things. So this is Chica. That Chica right there, who I don't think I like him at all. So Chica then said, you know, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get it together, whatever. I'm gonna have them talk about it because you know what I'm saying they two adult, they're both grown, and the argument had to be accident. Now he wasn't there. He don't even really know. He wasn't there. You are the last person to try to fix a situation when you were not the person there. You could have let old man Kerry handle it, but I digress. Anyway, we then see Chica gets Nina and Tandy talking, and also Athena I said Athena. What's her name? What's her name? Ashima. Ashima's sitting there too. Okay, so it's Ashima and Chica sitting there with them, and then also Nina and Tandy. So as they trying to talk or whatever, you know, to where Nina said how, you know, I was kind of frustrated or whatever. I didn't feel like you were trying to hurt me intentionally or whatever, but I still felt like it was some kind of small issue. So again, them two trying to talk or whatever. Chica is inserting himself and trying to kind of like talk about how he feel they should do it. We see that London kind of walks over and is kind of inserting himself or whatever. And so both Tandy and Nina is like, I wish these guys would just leave it alone. So Shima then says, how about we let the women handle this? This motherfucker right here, this this man right here, he then starts going off or whatever. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Check your mouth. Don't check me, but go check your man. You know what I'm saying? He says, I'll check the shit out of you no matter where we at. Go to the stage show. And he got completely disrespectfully loud and aggressive with her, basically because she was telling him this is a situation with the women. Let the women have. He was literally sitting in between Tandy and Nina. He also wasn't there. And both Tandy and Nina was saying, like, he wasn't even here. Like, why is he sitting? Like, why is he in between us women trying to have the conversation? And Ashima nicely, politely, she wasn't rude or nothing. Just said, how about, the men kind of leave it alone and let the women handle it? And he got mad as if what she said was kind of crazy. And he flipped out. What I also did not like was everyone seen him get mad, get loud, get aggressive. He got up and walked away from her, but he was still talking aggressively towards her. And she's like, I'm just going to shut down because, again, I didn't deserve that type of disrespect. And I was pissed. I was more pissed that no other man said, hey, man, let's calm down. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Not to even defend her particularly, but to let him know that ain't cool. That ain't how anyone should talk to women. And not only that, the fact that the women didn't say he ain't shit for that. Like, couldn't no man have talked to no woman in my presence like he did? Because you don't even know her enough to be that upset at her. She didn't say, it rubbed me the whole wrong way. And I was very upset that they didn't at least show anyone come to him and say, hey man, don't do that. And then after it happened, no one addressed it. Like, no one said, oh, he was crazy for doing. No one. How can we not? How? Maybe it happened and they just didn't show up. Girl, I was upset about that. I was like, it's some bullshit. But at the end of the day, Tandy and Nina, you know what I'm saying, made up, hugged it out or whatever, it was fine. But again, I don't like Chica. I don't like him off of that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We then, because even Darren, who like Ashima, didn't say anything that we seen. And after the fact, we then seen Ashima and Darren still, right next to each other. Chit Chester girl, I don't know if couldn't be me. Anyway, we then see Angie still wandering around. Where's Angie? Angie. Oh, we still see Angie wandering around. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, nobody is, you know what I'm saying, putting their energy into me. So I'm not going to put my energy into somebody else. She then says how her motto is, I like who likes me. And I say, in the end, that's why you're single. You can't be always waiting for someone to approach you. If you like someone, approach them. It's not that big of a deal, but I digress. So we then kind of see who picking who. Okay, so the top, London said London likes Divine, of course. Divine says she likes London as well. Aisha likes gray hair Brent. Jimmy says he still likes Kimber and Alexis. Okay, I figured that. Now Mario says he likes Tandy, and the host like, oh, you changed your man. He's like, man, yeah, like he like, she just came like, yeah, I like her now, whatever, cool. Kerry says he likes bad lace front Reva. Old man Kerry likes bad lace front Reva. Darren and Ashima both say like each other. Now, people they don't like, Ashima say Chica. Chica says Angie. And then a lot of the women says Mike. And a few men says Nina, Angie, and Ashima. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then we see the top top three men were Mario, Brent, and Darren. So Mario looks like, more chestnut and Kevin Hart. Darren, who I didn't show, but that's who Ashina likes. And then gray hair Brent. And then the bottom two men was Mike and Terrell. And the top three women was Aisha, Divine, and Kimber. And then the bottom two women was Angie and Nina. I said, oh, really? Really? Okay. And then the two that went home was Penis Head Mike and I Don't Like Jesus Nina. Angie. Sorry, Angie. I'm not surprised at either. I'm really, really not. Nina brings up how Nina was in the bottom again. Now, Nina, because Nina, who was crying or whatever, but she's like, I feel like nobody understands me or whatever, and I'm not putting myself out there, but I need to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Nina needs to go home. Okay, where is Nina? I'm gonna show y'all Nina. Do I have Nina? Nina needs to go home because here she go. Nina needs to go home because she's not ready to love. She isn't. She's still healing from stuff. Because when they said that Angie was going home, she started crying. I'm looking like, it's too early for you to be crying about staying in the house with some strangers. It's just too early. What you crying for? Who you crying for? Again, she not healed enough to be on the show. I do think that Nina needs to go home now. Now, Angie brings up how, you know what I'm saying, I guess my love wasn't here. I guess they wasn't either. Mike didn't say much, but Peanut said, Mike, we don't care. And that was the whole episode. So again, I hope you guys liked it. Whew, all them pictures. Anyway, I'm done. I love you all. Peace.